That's the headline measure, if you will, the overall results. These are the new benchmarks that we're working with. And I've just come off, and that's why I was a little late, because Baltimore Sun had called and wanted to have some information for an article. And they asked, how come we have such difference in the results? And there are really three reasons. I mentioned it at the board too. The first one is that the MMSR and the KRA are aligned to do two different curricular frameworks or standards. The MMSR was aligned to the Maryland state curriculum, and the KRA is aligned to the Maryland college and career standards. Those two standards, K to 12, the state curriculum, as well as the, or compared to the Maryland college and career ready standards, is huge. The expectations that have been set within the new standards are considerably higher, and therefore it had its impact on the lower grades, including pre-K. And so that's the first difference. 12 years ago when we did the MMSR, we prepared them for the state curriculum. Now we're preparing for a new curriculum, which is at a higher level. It's more challenging. It's more challenging because it requires more for kids to think differently and to learn somewhat differently than what we had in our state curriculum. The second piece is the measures are different. The MMSR, as I just mentioned, was a measure that looked at 7 domains of learning and aggregated the information a little differently than the way we're doing it now with the KRA, which has 4 domains. And again, as I explained, it's a different assessment format. And then the third one, which I find the most intriguing aspect of the big change, had to do with the whole standard setting process. And that has to do with a way in how you look at your results, your scores that come in, and where you set the cut scores. And that sounds a little technical, but what it does is the conversation about saying, what are the skills that the kids would need to come in to be prepared for that curricular level of learning in kindergarten, as teachers define it as part of their professional expertise. 25 teachers from Ohio and Maryland came together and worked on a shortened version of the KRA, I'll speak to that in a minute, and set those standards over 3 days.